the Jeff Fishing Vlog. Today I'm at Panther Creek Park in Owensboro, Kentucky. But a few days ago they stocked all the local parks here in Owensboro with trout, and I just thought I'd come out and take advantage of it. I do have a couple of tips for you if you're going to come to Panther Creek Park or Raymond Morris or Yellow Creek Park. You know, all these parks are in the Owensboro area, but it's cold and we're out here catching fish. So yeah, let's see what we got to do today. First tip for getting out here and doing a little trout fishing is to keep an eye on your DNR websites. Like literally, I know they stock trout in the local lakes in February, March, and I believe April, and then in March, April, and June they'll stock catfish. And one of the good things about Kentucky is they'll actually post the date that they intend on stocking. Now, if the weather's bad, they won't stock that day. But then they say that when they put them fish in the lake, that they're ready to be caught. Like they're hungry when they're getting put in the lake, that they're feeding. I've heard some people not like the idea of knowing when, that you're going to get too many people there fishing. But that's what these city lakes are for, and especially for the trout fishing in these ponds. Those trouts are not going to survive the 100-degree summers. The trout in here are to be caught, to serve the community. They're fairly easy to catch. We'll talk about some baits here in a few minutes. Hopefully the wind's not too bad and I don't have to re-record any of this stuff. Yeah, so just Google it. The Kentucky DNR, KY DNR. I always just look, trout stockings for that specific year. Tip is this is the rig that I tend to use when I am fishing these local ponds for trout. I have my slip bobber here. All right, there's my bead, my little knot. I use a split shot, if we can see the split shot. Then I got a swivel and a piece of corn on there. This camera's not gonna cooperate. Boy, it is windy out today. We've already hit the mud. Didn't slip and fall though. I know how much you guys are rooting for that. All my longtime viewers and close friends, they want to see me get out here and fail. But we're just winning. That's all we're doing. Catching fish. All right. So like I said, we have my bobber, my slip, my split shot, and then we just put a few pieces of corn on there. Check the local regulations. Like when your corn's going to be fine out here, when you're fishing these local ponds, this is not exactly, I'm not saying a person couldn't come out here and fly fish and catch these trout, but fly fishing, it tends to be more fishing in the streams, and some of those streams you're not allowed to use like live bait, trout pellets, worms, corns, and most of them will have it, like when you pull up to the parking spot, they'll have it listed. And I believe that was the case when I went to Casey Creek. They have the regulations right there in the parking lot. So this is what I like. You'll see that I did catch one on tight lining. I may have caught two today on tight lining. And that's just where I'll have my hook. I'll have my hook up here, and then I'll have a sinker down here and have the bait tied onto it. Caught Caught one or two that way today. It's not unusual to catch them that way. The little clip bobbers, you know, there's nothing wrong with using those. I like the slide bobber. It's just easier to adjust what depth I want to fish them at. I know I have caught them on the real little blade baits. May have a picture of one like right there. And even a lot of people use like the inline spinners. They're trout and they're popular. One of the reasons trout are so popular is you can catch them on almost anything. My suggestion is don't make things difficult on yourself. Just come out here with the bobber, enjoy yourself. If you can't enjoy fishing with the bobber, come out here with your lure, see what you can get. See if we can get another one. So it ended up getting really windy the first day I was out here filming this. So I'm back and now we're going to talk about the different fishing spots and try and highlight a few. So if you haven't been here, you kind of know what to expect when you get here. I am at whatever this shelter is called. I'll probably put the name of it right in here somewhere. It's the first right turn when you come into Panther Creek Park. There's a parking lot right there. Short walk over here. Anyway, it's just a short distance to get to this part of the lake, which is basically just a big bowl. Not a lot of features that I can tell. And if I was going to come over here and like really try and set up and fish, I would definitely hit that drainage tube. I would think that would be more likely to hold fish because you'll have water coming in and probably a little more plant life, and it'd just be a more active ecosystem over there than say just over here to where basically all you have is shade and, you know, straight bank. All right, so let's look at a few of these other spots. So if I started off fishing on that part of the lake and I moved over here, I would definitely take a few minutes to see if I can catch anything around this bridge. You know, the bridge is always going to provide some type of shade for the fish, which is going to give them like unique ambush points. And not only that, but like the lake narrows down right there and then comes out to a bigger spot on the other side. So any fish that are traveling back and forth, you know, it gives them it makes them bottleneck right there. So it'll give you a unique opportunity. I'm not going to spend a lot of time covering points. Like that's a point on this lake, that's a point on this lake. I value points. Like anytime I'm fishing, you know, especially like whenever I'm bass fishing, I'm going to try and find the point and fish off the points. And I would do the same for the trout fishing. But there are the next couple of spots I'm going to value over just about anything. There's also a pier. Looks like we have people fishing on the pier today. I have a few pictures of the pier, but if people are fishing there, I'm not going to go fish off of the pier and interrupt those people's fishing trip. We don't want to do that. But we have a couple lay downs. Let's go look at those. All right. Now, although this may not be the most convenient spot to get to, I would definitely consider this a value spot, especially if I was just like walking around the lake and casting a lure. You know, we have a lay down over here. We have another one over there, and it looks like we have some water runoff that's going to happen right in that area. So it's definitely going to get a little bit of oxygen and a different food source coming in. I would consider this a high value fishing spot for this city lake. So I didn't get the camera set up fast enough. So I cast these rods out, just doing a few other things. I told you I was going to come out here and fish my favorite spot a little bit. I'm not set up probably 3 minutes, and my tight line rod goes to take off. Real nice channel cat for this type of lake. I like it. Oh yeah. Well, This is why this area is my favorite spot out here at Panther Creek. Number one, it's convenient. Number two, we catch fish. Caught that little catfish. Getting another bite right now. People stop by and like to say hi pretty often. I like it. We'll go ahead and hold on to this. See if we can catch one while we're trying to discuss why I think this spot is one of the prime spots out here. Obviously, there's the convenience of the parking lot is just right there, and you walk over here. We even have a table with chairs right here. Makes things pretty easy, especially if you're taking anybody who's not wanting to do a whole lot of walking or not super serious about fishing. This would be a spot that I would suggest. But we have these trees over here, all right, and then we have the drainage spot that leads to the creek down there. Well, leads to the creek, Panther Creek, obviously. It's Panther Creek Park, leading to Panther Creek. There it is. Missed him. So, I want you to keep in mind, while you're out fishing, whether you're in Kentucky, you know, you should always take advantage of the programs these states are offering. Like Kentucky offers the Trophy Fish Master Angler program. You check out the Kentucky DNR website and they'll have all the information on that. They also have it in the little books that they give away wherever you're buying your fishing license at. Indiana, if you happen to be fishing in Indiana, they do a Fish of the Year program similar to that. You just take the picture, send it in. I myself, the Jeff Fishing Vlog, we do a Fish of the Year program. It is the JFE Big Tails Fishing Tackle Fish of the Year, Fish of the Month contest. I want to thank Big Tails Fishing Tackle for sponsoring this Fish of the Year contest. We had a bunch of fun giving that trophy away at Big Tails last year. We're going to do it again this year. I hope everybody sends in them pictures. I'll have more information in the description. I also have the address of Panther Creek in the description, so if you're not sure where Panther Creek is and you would like to come out and try it, you can just pop that right into your GPS, and then you can get right here, figure it out. Get out here and catch some of these rainbow trout. Get out here and catch some of these little catfish. Enjoy yourself. Bass. I've had one guy tell me, catch some crappie out here. How about that? And like always, all you gotta do is remember, best time to fish is anytime. Thanks for watching.